Good morning and welcome to Lady Catherine Live. I am Lady Catherine and my co-host is Callie. We have renamed the show Cat and Callie. We are so happy to be here this morning. Good morning, Callie.
Good morning. It's great to be here. I'm so excited about today's podcast.
Oh, me too. We have a young lady from the Middle East who is here to share her story with us. Her story is just beautiful. Her journey has been nothing but miraculous. As a young woman in the Middle East, she has endured hardships that would bring a lot of us down, but instead she found the goddess within and has been able to rise above much heartache, obstacles, and challenges. Her name is Sarah, and she just found out this morning that her journey not only has empowered her to reach humanity, but her love is indeed her twin flame. Sarah was not aware of this knowledge 2 hours ago. We would like to welcome Sarah to the show. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome.
Good morning, Lady Catherine. Thank you so much. Very happy to be here, and I hope my story will help a lot out there.
I believe it will. The twin flame thing, how does that feel, finding that out? I mean, I know you knew somewhere inside, but, I mean, are you processing it right now? Or
Yes.
I'm sure you're pretty... I said to Callie before the show, I said, oh boy, I hope she shows up. This is a lot to process. But it's a beautiful journey. I would like to start with your biography. Will you tell us just a little bit about you for the listeners out there that may be facing some difficulties, some dark times?
I would just describe myself as a woman from Middle East who got married at an early age, 21 years old. I got married. Never believed how strong I could be until I went through a lot of challenges in my life that make me learn a lot, that gave me very, how I would say that, it gave me powerful things.
Yes.
That really helped me a lot. Yes, strength, so much strength.
I find you courageous.
I do too. I can feel it on you. You're so strong.
So at age 21, was this, being in the Middle East, I'm under the assumption that a lot of marriages are arranged. Was yours arranged?
Yes, mine for sure it was arranged. I got engaged and married in 1 week only. I didn't have the chance even to talk to them, and I got married too, only for 1 week. And yes, and it was, I don't know if it's hard or easy, but I was trying to figure out who's the man I'm going to marry to in 1 week. It's very hard, even though that we are neighbors before I get born.
Oh, wow.
Before 1990, we know each other, and I know him since I was kids. And since I was kid, every time I see this man, I have weird feeling towards him. I feel that he has something wrong. I don't know why I got this feeling. Only I had to know what I'm having this feeling when I was kid, only after I got married to him. That he was schizophrenic.
Yes, wow. Schizophrenic. So,
yes.
Wow. What were you, I mean, the day you got married, what were your emotions like at 21 years old, knowing something was off?
No emotions at all. And I didn't know that he's married. I didn't know that he's schizophrenic until after maybe 2 or 3 months of marriage. Only I found first of all, before I get married, I was very dependent person on my mother, on my sisters. Even I would never go out and buy myself a thing. My mother and my sister would bring for me everything I need. I was this much dependent on other people around me in my life. But this marriage changed a lot in my personality, made me stronger. And even I handled this situation for 4 years, that everyone gets shocked when they know that I was stuck in this marriage for 4 years with a schizophrenic husband. But in first 2-3 months, I was noticing very weird behavior from his side. Like most of the time, he's not himself. He's not thinking clearly. Even the time we were traveling for our honeymoon, he didn't know how to handle the situation in the airport. And this is the first time ever in my life I got to handle something by my own, without anyone's help.
Oh my.
So, yes, so I don't know how it was feel, but everyone in my family, they were shocked that I got to handle this situation, and I was just now married. So, day by day, month by month, I get to know him more. Then he was telling me that he's taking some kind of medications because he has headache. And I was thinking, what kind of headache that it will make you take medicine? You can just take Panadol or any small pills for pain relief and it will go. And then one day he was having an appointment and I told him, I will go with you. He said, no, I will ask my father first. I was shocked. Why would he ask his father when I'm his wife now?
Yes.
We are responsible of each other. Why he's taken a permission from his father to take me with him for his appointment? Then he talked to his father refused, and I kept insisting why your father is refusing that I go with you to your appointment. If it's something fine and if it's something not a big deal, why would I not go with you? Then I kept asking him, then he told me that he's schizophrenic. And that time I didn't know what is schizophrenia is. And at the same time I was a student in college. I studied health information management, and at that time we were studying about schizophrenia in college. So I get to know more about schizophrenia, but even I was studying about it, it's totally different situation when you live with a person who has schizophrenia. It's not what you hear about. Mostly common with people, if they hear schizophrenia, it's only a person with two different personalities.
Now
It's not that at all. It's not two different personalities. They have very weird behaviors. They will talk to themselves. They talk to people who don't exist. They will blame you for things that you didn't do. It was too much to handle. But even though he was having all these issues, he was a good man.
Yeah.
I can't say he wasn't. That's why I stayed with him for 4 years. I tried to help him a lot. But the thing that his family wasn't helpful at all, especially his father. What his father was doing, he's taking all his money. He keeps all his money with him. Every time we want to go out, I have to go to his father and ask for permission or ask for money from his father. I stepped into his father's face for so many times, asking for my rights. I'm a woman and he's a man. We are responsible of each other. We don't have to take permission from his father to do things in our life.
No.
But it was very hard without getting any help. I tried a lot to take him out of this situation. I tried so many different treatments for him, but it doesn't work. If the family is not supportive, it will not work.
No.
It will work for 1-2 days, and then his family and his father telling him that you are sick, you are not well, you won't get better at all. So he will keep that on his mind. I'm treating him like a normal person. His family and father treat him like a sick person.
Yes.
So one help.
It sounds like to me he was a catalyst of huge growth for you, though, even though it was bad experience.
Yes, exactly.
You really got so strong.
Exactly.
And I think it was preparing you for, what was to come.
Yes, exactly. I never regret that I have been in this marriage. Never. Every person know my story, they will feel sorry for me. Well, I don't feel sorry for myself at all. Sometimes bad things happen for you in your life for a reason.
Yes.
And this situation, it's really helped me a lot, too much in my life. It changed my personality 100%. That no one ever would know that I will become the person who I am today.
Yeah.
Especially my family. And before I get out of... Yes?
Oh, I just wanted to ask, were your family members supportive during your marriage? No.
No. Even my family, I was alone.
Oh, you were alone. Did this give you a higher purpose or a higher meaning to life? And maybe that you really found out that you weren't alone?
It just gave me the strength that no one is there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if they will help you for a short of time, you will be alone in this life for yourself, not alone with yourself. No one can stand for your issues but you.
That's very
No one
true.
can help you with something related to you, only you. Even if people show they care, they can't handle the situation as you do.
No,
And they don't know.
They
Yes.
can't walk the path for you. Yeah.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
Yes. So I didn't get any help, but it was fine. But it just gave me the strength that I can stand up for myself, no matter what everyone will tell me and will guide me how to take my life or what to do in my life. They can't.
Mm-hmm.
It's my life, and it really gave me the thing that whatever I want to do in my life, I can do it
Yes.
without any interruption, without anyone's how they will think of me. Because when first in 1-2 years of the marriage, when I was telling my parents that I want to get divorced, one of my brother told me that we are neighbors since from more than 40 years. You will ruin two families' friendship. Then I said, what about me? What about my life?
Yes.
My life is more important than two families' friendship.
Now, how did
So-
you come to this conclusion with, from what I understand in the Middle East, family is the core of who you
Yes,
are.
exactly.
And
Yes.
the marriages are kind of the glue that holds people to, the families together.
Yes, exactly.
And we face pressures like that, but not on that. I don't think on that level.
No, we don't face it in this country on that level.
No.
I find your story fascinating because of that. And if a young woman in the Middle East, with all the obstacles and barriers that are in place there, can come to the realization that she alone has the power to rise above it, that's pretty remarkable.
Yes, and that is
Yes.
all spiritual. It's coming from this spiritual place and you've manifested it in your physical life because of
Exactly.
that. Definitely. So, how was the divorce? How did
How my husband take that? You may ask how his father take that. He's the one who divorced me, not the son. He was calling me. The situation it got very worse at the end of our marriage. It was very worse. Even at the midnight, what I will do, I will take the old keys of the doors, the key of the bedroom, the key of the apartment. I will keep them all hidden with me, and I will take every sharp thing. I will hide it. Even the kitchen door, it will be closed. I was so scared that he may harm me, because sometimes he is not himself at all. He will do different things. He will take a stick and will start hit anything in front of his face. So I was so scared that he may hurt me at some point.
very
So I
vulnerable,
would-
almost childlike in that with
Yes.
emotions. Yeah.
Yes. So I go to sleep dressed up, ready to run in the middle of the night. So if anything went weird, I immediately will call my friend. I will get out from the bedroom. I tell her that I'm going to the bathroom. While I'm waiting in the living room for my friend to come at 3 a.m., she will take me and she will take me to her house. I will stay with her. I will stay with her the whole night. But then when he come to himself, he will call me and he will cry, begging me to go back to him. So I feel sorry for him and I go back again to him. And even I leave him on this situation, I get so much worry about him that he may hurt himself, because it's not him. He's not aware of what he was doing. So with this situation, that it's getting hard with him, his family started to blame me that I'm the reason for their son sickness. They started to talk to other people in the hood that I'm the reason for their son sickness, and I'm causing him all these troubles, and I'm not a good wife, and I'm not taking a good care of him. And they were accusing me for not getting pregnant as well when I was trying, and I was thinking that if I got pregnant, things will get better. But it's not.
No,
It's not at all. It won't help.
no.
And I'm thanking God every day that I didn't have kids with him.
Yes,
It's better. It's
yes.
better to not be connected with him anymore or his family.
Yes.
Because I found out at the end that maybe the whole family are schizophrenic, not only my husband, because all of them have different way of thinking. They will tell you something, and the second they treat you differently. They're a very confusing family. You know, at the beginning, before I was thinking that every family have issues. So I was thinking that my family have a lot of issues. When I went there, I know that my family it's way much better than other families, and I love my family more, and I'm very comfortable to be with my family now. And when I got divorced, I just left their home. His father was controlling, not to call me, not to text me, and if I texted him, he should not reply to me also. He divorced me. He wrote a paper of divorce that we are divorced. But then they do here in the Middle East, and in our religion, every woman have rights. The husband have pay for her an amount of money, and she will get more even if she have more kids. She will get more money, depends on how much the husband have and how much is his salary. So they tried not to give me my rights. I talked to a lawyer, and that when I talked to a lawyer, I didn't know even how strong I could be. When I talked to the lawyer told me that you can speak well, and I don't think you need a lawyer to take your rights. You can do this alone.
I can see that. I love it. And that is just so you. And so,
yes.
How many years has it been since the divorce?
Now about 4 years.
4 years. And what was the greatest gift that marriage gave you?
My strength, for sure. The person who I became today. Yes.
That's
I was
beautiful.
totally different person now. Now I believe in myself even more. I know that I'm really strong.
Yes.
Than I have ever been in my life.
That's a beautiful story. Sarah, where are you presently? What are you doing in your life?
What I'm doing in which part of my life?
And say, for example, what's happening in your life now, presently. Are you working? Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
I guess, let me revise it. What does life look like 4 years later? Or 4 years after the divorce?
It's different, totally different. After months from getting divorced, I got to know this man who's still in my life until now. His name is Abdul. We met in a very funny situation. I was with my friend driving on the street. He was taking a wrong U-turn in the street where all of us were laughing about this. And my friend, I can say that she have an honest look on people. She can know by a look who they are. She saw him, she told me, Sarah, take this my number and talk to him. He will be loving and caring for you, and he will marry you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. But at that time, I don't know, I wasn't in my mind, and he's calling now. Okay. Then, I don't know, just, she walked through behind him until I took his number. At first year, more than a year, it wasn't very serious. After almost a year, I found out that he's married already. He was hiding that for a year, with kids also, the most shocking thing as well. But I even when I know that he's married, and to tell the others also who listen now, it's allowed in our religion for a man to have more than a wife. So I couldn't leave.
Yes.
I couldn't leave him. I don't know. I just got that feeling. I can't. I just stick with him, going with the flow and see how things will go.
Was your heart giving you a reason to not leave him?
Yes. It was all about my heart. My mind was telling me to leave, but my heart was telling me to stay. Even it was very hard and shocking to believe, because when I was with him that year, you will never ever notice that he have another life or he have a kids.
Well, I am going to share something. I found out my twin was married 6 months after we were dating, and he had hidden it from me too.
Wow.
But I had the knowledge that he was my twin, and I knew it in my heart, and I was like you, now what? I can't leave him. So I fully understand where you are. Callie, do you have anything to add?
Well, I mean, I immediately, my twin and I, when we met, we didn't say anything at all for like 4 days, and then we both were honest of, it came out. And I mean, I knew a lot. I don't think it would have changed anything because of that connection. I don't think it would have changed anything for you either because of the connection that you had, and Lady Catherine and hers as well, because of the connection is so strong.
Yes.
That it in hindsight, it stinks to not know for that long, but then again, it probably wouldn't have changed anything.
I know, and
it wouldn't change anything, but it adds issues just for me.
Yes, I know, because I was sitting right where you were, and my world fell apart when I found out, so I understand. Sarah, now that you have the knowledge that he is your twin flame, have you had time to feel anything about that knowledge yet?
Not yet, but from a very long time. And I have to mention that recently, a few months ago, they found out that his wife is having breast cancer.
Oh, yes.
This news was very devastating for me. It made me really depressed. I thought things that going to be over between us, and it gave me lots of stress all in my mind that we are done. This situation will pull us apart from each other, but it didn't.
No.
The most shocking thing that it didn't. This situation, it's even bring us closer to each other. The friends really changed. It made me trust him more also, and not to forget that most of my progress in my relationship it's because of you, Lady Karen. You really helped me a lot to change my personality. Not my personality. How should I be with him? How should I trust him? You made me believe in him even more. So things are really changing to a more positive things, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, I will say this.
Love will transform transforms us, and that overflows into other areas and other people. So your unconditional love for him just really, it's very special, and that is a sign of strength when you can love like that and endure things.
And you have endured a lot. Your story is just.
And I know that he can't leave also.
He what?
Yeah.
He can't leave. He can't leave.
No.
He can't get out of this relationship.
No. It's pretty much how twin flames work. You know that there's such a pull to be together and such a divine love that you can't explain. In that when you're together and you're in union under divine love, there is nothing like it, nothing more fulfilling. Or I don't even know what I'm trying to say here unless you've experienced it. It's very difficult
but even when you're apart, you still are together in some weird way. You can feel that
connection.
Yes,
it never breaks. And that's why so much time will go by. I know with mine, so much time will go by, and I'm like, oh, we're still here, we're still doing this, but then that connection it's never going to go away, so why fight it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's even grow more.
Yes.
And even with time and distance, it just keeps growing, and even when you try to kind of, well, I know with me, even when I try to kind of pull back, it just keeps pushing you that way.
Yes. So everything that's happening, it's only bring us closer and grow our connection also together.
Yeah.
That even we can read each other's mind.
Oh yes,
sometimes I can even figure out where is he.
Yes.
And for sure he won't say you are saying the truth. He will just get upset. I'm always saying the truth.
That's true. That happens with twins. The telepathy is there. We know where they are. We know what they're feeling, and they can't hide. One thing that I learned in mine, and I'm sure that both of you have in yours, is that there isn't a good guy or a bad guy in the relationship. We're
And
both
about
here.
this connection, even one day of distant and more of, he had to go away in a military mission for more than 6 months. He was away. Yes, he came back. At that time we were having so many issues, like we are pulling apart from each other. But I didn't give up on him at all. So many times he tried to push me away.
Yes.
I know he have ignorance toward the connection he have with me. He don't want to be it, or he may be scared of it. That's why he just tries to push me away. But I never left. So I kept I kept staying there. I give him space, wait for him to calm down, wait for things to be more cool, and I will go to talk to him again. And after he came back from this military mission, he came back and even he didn't tell me that he's back. But I was feeling it.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. I was telling my cousin was with me. I told her that Abdul is here. He's back. I'm sure he's back. I know that he's back.
That is amazing.
And yes, and the other day I went in a short trip with my friend, with my sister-in-law, with my brother. We were going to some place, and I was having that feeling that I will see him there. I know that he is there.
And did you see him?
But I just ignored my feeling, and I was driving going to that place, and I found him there.
That's how it works, and even Callie can attest to that. Anyone out there who's listening who's in a twin flame relationship, I think we all can. Before we close the show, Sarah, is there anything that you would like to say to any of the listeners out there?
Everyone have the strength to do what they want in their life. No matter how hard is your life, no matter how hard is your situation, everything in your life, it's happening for a reason. Even if you not feel comfortable, even if you don't feel good about it, it's happening for a reason. It's happening for something to make you in a better place in the future. So, and I believe everyone have the strength to have anything in their life. So I don't know if I have something to add.
That is a wonderful thing to close on. I just you know how twin flames oftentimes see numbers and the word the same numbers and different things. Do you and Abdul ever see like 1111 or any other number sequences, or is that just
for me? Yes. I always see numbers, but for him, I don't believe he's open to these things as I do.
Yeah.
I believe that number 4, it means the twin flame, I think, or not?
Yes, the 444, the 4.
Yes.
Before you tell me today, before you tell me today that he's my twin flame, since yesterday I'm seeing double fours.
Oh, that is beautiful. Well, now that
before I get your email, I was driving on this outside, and I was seeing a car plate number 444, and the timing in my phone, it was also 444. So I believe it's for a reason.
Yes.
It is. I started seeing 444, 555, but I've always seen 1111. So I'm always curious to know, what everyone is seeing. So. Wow, that's awesome. And I believe Abdul's going to. Sometimes one twin comes to realization before the other. He will come into that realization phase, and he already knows that your connection's not going anywhere.
Yes.
He just isn't able to articulate it.
But he started to admit it.
Oh, God bless him. That's beautiful.
That is all steps forward, and I'm so happy for you, and I hope you will keep us updated on everything, and we can come back and have you on again and update us all, because I know everyone's going to be, kind of wanting to keep up with your story.
It's
sure.
It's a beautiful story, and I just
I'm engaged.
Yes,
you will be.
We will all believe and manifest.
We know that. We know that that's coming. We've already seen it. The knowledge is here. It's present with us. That is coming, honey. And I want to just really encourage you. I just saw a flash of you writing a book. So I know that's getting ready to happen, and just want to keep encouraging you for your twin flame journey, where it's leading you and Abdul, and just stay in divine love. Keep getting the message out there.
Always doing my best.
Yes. Well, blessed be, sweetie, and thank you so much for sharing your story today.
Welcome. You're always welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you. We want to say thank you to all the listeners out there. God bless you all.